the other day when I was listening to my pictures and I was like, cheerleader. I would be okay. I would probably not be okay. Yeah, just have I was really huge in a picture. It was bad. It was really, really bad. It was their engagement, and like the picture was amazing, and then I was like,
number 57, Keller Wolf, set to do the kicking. Ty Flanagan,
everyone looked
Bree Shepard, and Riley Wigner.
like photoshopped and like skinned me down. My hand became a fan.
Riley Wagner runs up the middle and up for a Crandon Cardinal first down. Tackle was Dalton Hoffman. Wagner on the carry, picks up 6 on the play. He's going to bring up a 2nd and 6. Bree Shepard finds a hole on the left side, picks up and up for a Crandon Cardinal first down. Brought down by number 72. Team Coburn gets to the left side for Crandon Cardinal first down. Brought down on the play by number 15, Dalton Hoffman. Riley Wagner, the run up the middle, picks up 3 on the play, brought down by number 15, Dalton Hoffman, to bring up a 2nd and 7. Justin McIntosh picks up a 2 on the right side. Brought down by number 24, Dylan Pong. Cardinals pick up enough for a first down. Ball's going to be at the 25-yard line. Correction, 20. Reed Shepard on the carry. Picks up about 8 on the play. Correction, 7 on the play. Brought down by number 64, Seth Lowe. Colby Galley set to do the kicking. And the extra point is good. 7 minutes left to go in the first quarter. It's the Cardinals 7, the Apache 0. We got Colby Gallion set to do the kicking. Back to receive. Number 3, Trayton Weister. And number 9, Cale Jacoby. Gallion's kick makes it to the 28. Jumped down by Trayton Weister. It's going to be first down, Apaches. Trayton Weister on the carry. Pick up of 1. Tackled by Holt Gable of Cardinals. Creighton Weister off the races, ran down by number 5, Ty Flannery. The Apache first down, the 35-yard line. Weister on the carry, brought down by number 18, Breed Shepard. Gain of 4 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 6. Number 10 on the carry, brought down by number 11, Blake Fenwick. He is setting up 1st and goal for the Apaches. Number 3, Trade Weister on the carry. Maybe a yard on the play. 2nd and goal, Apaches. Ryan Isaacson's pass complete for a touchdown. Cameron Erdl set to do the kick. And the kick was blocked. 4:16 left to go in the first quarter. It's the Cardinals 7, the Apaches 6. Taylor Wolf set to do the kicking. It's going to be Cardinal ball at the 3-yard line. First down. No gain on the play. Maybe a short loss. Going to set up a 2nd and 11, it looks like. Cardinals buddy got back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to set up a 3rd and 11.
Crandon went right down the field on the opening drive. They are going backwards here. Pin back at their own 2-yard line on 3rd and 11. Here's the handoff. Colburn fakes it. Over the line. Auburndale caught Colburn from behind the zone, but he reached the ball across the goal line. They're going to say he's at the half-yard line. And 4th and 12.
Short loss on the play. Keane Colburn on the run. Going to set up a 4th and 12.
That was very close. He was being tackled in the end zone, and he came down in the end zone and just reached that ball across the line at the last second to avoid the 2-point safety. And now the Crandon Cardinals are taking the line at the end zone. Wow. And a high but short punt. Auburndale is going to get this thing inside the Crandon.
And Kobe Gelling gets the punt out of there. The rest about the 28-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Apaches. Weister on the carry, brought down by number 41 Jacob Hoyt and 56 John Doan. No gain on the play. He's going to set up a 2nd and 10. Isaacson's pass falls incomplete. Intended receiver number 80, Colton Yeski. Weister brought down by number 2, Riley Wagner. Pick up maybe 4 on the play. Gonna set up a 4th and 6. Isaacson pass falls incomplete. Turnover on downs. 1st down, Cardinals. Folks, I know the athletic club down there did a lot of hard work preparation. So we get a chance to get down and get some food. Reed Shepard on the carry, brought down by number 3, Chayton Weister. Anyhow, they have burgers and brats and hot dogs, chili, all homemade chili, coffee and hot cocoa, soda, water, candy and chips. And that's the end of the first quarter, with the Cardinals leading 7-6. I want to send out a special thanks to the chain gang over there, Ron and Andy, Terry and Denny, doing an excellent job.
Healthcare comes with worry. That's me.
And I'm here to replace them.
What? What do you mean, replace me? You can't replace me. I mean, look at you. No anxiety, no paranoia, not even a hint of neuroses. What's your biggest worry?
Don't have any. I'm security.
Biggest fear?
None.
What keeps you up at night?
Oh, I know this one. Happy thoughts.
I see his mouth moving, but I can't understand what's coming out of it. Healthcare comes with...
Number 23, Justin McIntosh, brought down in the backfield. What to be by number 80, Colton Yeski. No gain on that play. He's going to set up a 4th and 7. It's going to be Apache first down at the 40-yard line. Kim Jacoby on the reception. Brought down by number 11, Blake Fenwick. It's going to be Apache first down. Apaches pick up 2 on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 8. Isaacson pass to Ertl is complete for Apache first down. Oyster down the edge, brought down by number 18, Breed Shepard. No gain on the play. It's going to be a 2nd and 10 Apaches. Oyster on the carry. Picked up 6 on the play. It's going to be a 3rd and 4. Oyster tried the right side again to get stacked up after a short gain. So bring out a 4th and 3. First one on the scene was number 18, Breed Shepard. Isaacson pass is complete for an Apache first down. Number 11, Cameron Ertl on the reception. Touchdown, Apaches. Isaacson pass to number 9, Cale Jacoby, is complete for a touchdown. And the 2-point conversion is good. 5:48 left to go in the first half. It's the Apaches 14, the Cardinals 7. Kelly Wolf set to do the kicking. Riley Wagner jumps on it at the 26-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10, Cardinals. Terry tries to get to the left side. Gain of a yard on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 9. Kean Colburn had a man wide open down the field and just missed him. It's going to be 3rd and 9. Kean Colburn's pass intended for Blake Fenwick falls incomplete, setting up a 4th down.
Blind Rudd Stone.
Creighton Waster on the return. Gets it out to the 46-yard line. It'll be first down, Apaches. Waster gets the edge, brought down by number 12, Brad Shepard. 2 downs, set up 2nd and 8 Apaches. Waster gets enough for a first down. Brought down on a play by number 58, Luke Conway. Isaacson pass, ball's incomplete. It's over 2nd and 10, Apaches. Isaiah Hasnorow getting up the middle, no gain on the play, gobbled up by number 52, Ryan Ellis. It'll be 3rd and 10, Apaches. Waster on the carry. We do have a flag on the play in the backfield. He'll be holding against the Apaches. Going to back him up 10 yards. It'll be 3rd and 20. Waster on the carry. Picks up about 12 on the play. He's going to set up a 3rd and 8. Brought down by number 12, Brad Shepard. Wolf's punt gets down by number 24, Dylan Pawn at Booker. The 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Cardinals. Riley Wagner on the carry, picks up, looks to be 5 on the play. He's going to set up a 2nd and 5. Riley Wagner on the carry, brought down by number 57, Keller Wolf. No gain on the play. He's going to set up a 3rd and 4. It's going to be a timeout, Auburndale.
Chili Implement is your Gale and Kubota dealer in central Wisconsin. Wisconsinites know that winter is right around the corner, and now is the best time to be ready for the snow. Whether it's a walk behind or tractor, head over to Chili Implement. Chili Implement, located on County Road Y, just north of US Highway 10 in Chili.
Team forward pass is incomplete. Got hit when he threw it. Fourth and 5. Looks like the Cardinals are sending on the punt team. Waster on the return, brings it out to about the 40 or 39-yard line, brought down by number 41, Jacob Hoyt. Waster on the carry, ran out of bounds by number 5, Ty Flannery. Pick up a 5 on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Isaacson's pass blocked by number 56, John Doan. To bring up 3rd and 5. Isaacson's pass is complete. Brought down on the play by number 56, John Doan, and number 11, Blake Fenwick. Apache picking up for Apache first down. Has Norrell on the carry. Just so you know, at halftime they're going to run a special on the chilies, $2 a bowl. So make sure you go down and get some.
Next to me, I still
Isaacson pass is complete to number 80, Colton Yeski, for an Apache touchdown. And the kick is good. With 19 seconds left to go in the half, it's Apache's 21, the Cardinals 7. Riley Regner on the return brings it up to midfield. So go first and 10 for the Cardinals. Off to the races for a big gain right around the left side, but we do have a flag on the play. Away from the ball. We got a timeout, Crandon. It was against the Apaches. So the play stands. Blake Fenwick's pass ball's incomplete. So at the end of the first half, it's the Apaches 21, the Cardinals 7.
I know, I was thinking that. Where did you get this?
anything.
Personal foul?
It's just shooting. I do. Oh yeah, that's a windy road.
It's a scary road now. I would never coach basketball. I forget all the rules. What would you make for it?
Texas, you're making more.
Texas.
Jim, you should move to Texas. It's because he's moving to Texas to coach a big school.
Yeah, they're getting big. They're so good. They're athletes too. Yeah.
They beat you to it. Yeah. Makes more sense. What are we if I get a job at Sunday Public? Except maybe sooner or later there might be super nice. I would hope, but whenever he gets a job, it's probably where I will go second. Or I can sub anywhere. That's the thing. If he can. Sometimes the sub's too much.
That could be how Rob and I do it. Because if you get to PhD,
That's what I mean.
you know,
You kind of
we can end up anywhere.
which I sometimes like because I'm like I could go anywhere, but then I would rather be like in the TBI.
Or just for college too. Stay there.
Yeah, I gotta send my stuff out in December. When he told me to do it, I will do it. Yeah, that would.
Oh, yeah.
That would be. They would also want for
Down
down.
like
No. I hope we can stay maybe in Minnesota.
That or I'll get a job in Ryland or in Little Grandma.
And she can live wherever.
you moved from mom and dad's basement to Greg's
Grandma's
basement.
basement. Did Minister White talk to you last night?
Yeah, he come up and talk to us.
He goes, David, what were we talking about? He's like, you're home. And David's like, I live with my parents. Like, all the
He's
time.
like, trouble's home. And it's like, trouble never left.
The topic was like, he lives in the basement. He's like, so does Alan. Right?
He made some
I said,
nice comment.
me?
No.
Mr. White is dead.
have to do betting.
Yeah, you'd have to figure out.
Extreme betting.
Yeah, and you're getting older, so you won't want to mow. David will have to come over.
No,
and
you'll
mow.
keep both mowers, and
Yeah, Dad and Al will be
They'll be on their little mowers.
one will be in one row and one will be in the other, and they'll just.
It'll be so cute. Oh my God, how cute was that? Yeah, they both just go.
Way to keep tight lines, Scott. You too, Al.
They'll high five each other.
Good work.
They'll be going off.
Yeah, high five. I was the kid that said it was never going to be loud.
Can you move
easy, and it's for people that really love the game and aren't necessarily the most talented or have the size or speed that your Division I people have, but it's competitive just the same. And again, that experience has made me who I am today, so I'll cherish it forever.
Marshfield's Corey Gilbernick inducted into
Hey, Steve, can you grab this?
Golf course in Marshfield last Saturday evening.
Thank you.
More football on WDLB and WOS.
Stand by.
The Central Wisconsin High School football playoffs allow us to recognize the accomplishments of the athletes. I'm Dr. Lori Bentz, along with Dr. Ryan Kirkstrom here at Bentz Chiropractic in Marshfield. We truly appreciate the efforts made by the youngsters who compete in various sports. This message comes your way courtesy of Bentz Chiropractic, 700 East 3rd Street, Marshfield, Wisconsin. We're there when you need us.
1 minute.
Farmers looking for a true
60-second break here, and then we'll come back and do some stats.
You on
60 here or 90?
Yep, 60 seconds here. 1 minute.
Is that 60? You're kind of breaking up.
Oh. Yeah, 1 minute.
See the all-new TurboTax from Great Plains at Chili Implement today, or visit them at chiliimp.com. Chili Implement and Great Plains. Harvest starts here.
All right, back here at Crandon High School as we continue our coverage of Apache football tonight on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, Spencer Marshfield, and online at WOSQFM.com. Also available through the TuneIn Radio app on your mobile device as well. Adam Burden is producing our broadcast, Auburndale's very own Adam Burden, and along with Todd Schultz and Mike Warren. He's stuck working with a couple of Marshfield grads on this end here tonight, but the A-team, as I like to call it, back together after we gave him a week off in the regular season finale. He doesn't get those kinds of considerations in the postseason, so glad to have him back as a member of our broadcast team here tonight once again. And Auburndale with his alma mater doing it to Crandon here tonight. 3 touchdown passes by Ryan Isaacson, and the Auburndale Apaches, Todd, have a 2 touchdown lead on the 3 seed Crandon Cardinals, 21-7.
Yeah, it's been a great first half for the Auburndale Apaches after that first drive when they allowed that first touchdown by Crandon just to make it look so easy. Then Auburndale really buckled in their defense and decided they put 9 guys at the line and they dared Crandon Cardinals to pass the ball. And they could not. They tried a couple times, had one chance for a touchdown on a wide open receiver, but the quarterback what's his name? The quarterback, Colburn, he overthrew the receiver by plenty, and they've only thrown it 3 times at this point, Colburn, and they've continued to try to run, and again, Auburndale has clogged up everything on the running game.
They certainly have, and great job by this Auburndale defense as we take a look at our halftime stats brought to you by Ag Country Farm Credit Services, supporting agriculture and rural communities. Todd, let's take a look at the first half numbers in this one.
Yeah, since we've been talking about that Auburndale defense so far, we'll go with Crandon numbers first. Again, Riley Wagner, 9 carries for 33 yards. Great effort again by the Auburndale defense to hold him down. As you said, he averages over 110 yards a game, and he has a really high per yard carry average. I think it's around 7 or 8 a carry, and he's only averaging 3.5. Colburn, the quarterback, he had 2 carries in the first series, 11 yards and 10 yards, and then after that he has not carried the ball since. So I'm really surprised.
He left the game.
Oh.
Yeah, and I noticed
that. When did he go out?
Well, when he took that shot back here at about his own 10-yard line, I remember, and suddenly in that next series we saw Brad Shepard handing the ball off.
Is that when Travis Goetz hit him?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we thought that might do some damage, but I guess we didn't realize he was out.
So that was like Minnesota Green Bay again. You know, that was the Viking guy.
Yeah,
putting A-Rod on the shelf.
Yeah, right.
So anyway, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off, but that's didn't see him carry the ball again.
Okay. Overall, Crandon had 19 carries for 123 yards in the first half, and again, no passing yards. 0 for 4, 3 by Colburn, and then Fenwick was 0 for 1 on a halfback option at the end of the first half. On the Auburndale Apache side of the ledger, Trayton Weister has carried the load tonight. He's got 12 carries for 81 yards in the first half. He's made several people miss with his quickness and his juking ability. And then Isaiah Hasenhorl has 3 carries for 28 yards. Overall, 15 carries for 109 yards on the rushing attack, and Isaacson is 8 for 12 for 95 yards with 3 touchdowns in the first half. So overall, Auburndale 204 yards of total offense in that first half.
Touchdown catches, 2 of them by Jacoby, 1 by Colton Yeski, as the Apaches have a lead. And now Trayton Weister on a kickoff return down the near sideline. There is a penalty marker out as the Apaches get the second half kickoff. He faked a handoff or a reverse as he took that kickoff return as Crandon kicks off left to right to start the second half, and it's going to be a hold against Auburndale on a nice kick return by Weister out across the 40-yard line. That one will come back. So the Auburndale Apaches will get the ball to start the third quarter, leading Crandon 21-7. And the penalty will put the ball back at the 32-yard line. As the winds are really picking up now, but it's still 62 degrees out here. Can you believe this?
It doesn't feel like 62.
No, it doesn't. Wind chill of about 32. And here's Ryan Isaacson now. Back to pass on first down, rolling right, throwing downfield. Got a man wide open across the 40-yard line, and that one hauled in by Cale Jacoby out across the 40. And on 1st and 10, the Apaches come out firing. It's a first down, a gain of 11 on the play.
Jacoby's just been a beast tonight. I mean, he's catching everything thrown his way, and again, he was wide open coming off of his tight end position, just doing a straight down the field and then running it out, and nobody around him, and Isaacson put it right on the money.
Yeah, out to the 43-yard line, a gain of 11, and it's 1st and 10. Apaches, they are working right to left, and now here's Trayton Weister. The ball came out. Did that ball come out?
It did.
That ball was on the ground for a second. Let's see who came up with it. Auburndale, I think, got back on top of it. He lost the ball on the handoff as he hit the line of scrimmage. A gain of a couple out to the 45-yard line.
Again, they ran Weister right straight up the middle, and that's not his strength. Right on over the guards or over the center. Get him off the edge on the tackle position. Then he can bounce it if he wants to and use that speed. That's where he's been most effective, not up the middle.
2nd and 8 now for the Apaches at their own 45. There's a toss left side. There is Weister off the edge, off the left side, out across the 50 to the Crandon 49-yard line, a gain of 6, setting up 3rd and about 2.
You know, that's where they're more effective, and maybe you heard me, I don't know, but again, the pitch, he has a lot of room to use those moves and get out in open space. That's what you got to do with those fast, quick scat backs.
He is, I believe, Weister is wearing the radio helmet, and he's hearing the radio, so maybe that's, he's got the green dot. I thought I saw the green Apaches from the Crandon 49. Weister again takes the handoff, makes a couple of guys miss, then kind of gets clotheslined at about the 36-yard line. He is going to have enough for the Auburndale first down, 3rd and about 2.5, maybe 3, and he got 4. Well, let's see, where are they going to spot this? Yeah, they're going to spot it at the 46-yard line. He needed 2.5, he got 3.
That time he was holding on to the ball with both hands,
yes,
which does limit your moves when you're holding on with 2 hands. You're much more fluent when you got it in 1 hand, so I guess he probably didn't want to fumble it again.
He made 2 guys miss on that carry. That was a very impressive 3-yard run for a first down. Isaacson back to pass. Quick slant. Left side ball came out. Yeski caught it, then lost it at the Crandon 35-yard line, and the Cardinals say they have it. Let's see who they... to Crandon has the turnover. Yeski caught the slant play at the 35-yard line, had the ball stripped away, and Crandon falls on it at their own 34-yard line. It is the first turnover of the ball game, and the Apaches cough it up. And a big turnover by the Cardinals with 10 minutes to go in the third quarter, down by 14. The Crandon Cardinals have the ball back. And their first possession of the second half. Colburn back in at quarterback, Riley Wagner. And there's a late penalty marker at the end of Wagner's run. From his own 34 out across the 35 to about the 37-yard line. And a face mask then against the Auburndale Apaches. Tack that on to the end of a 3-yard run by Wagner. And that will put the ball out across the 40 at the 43-yard line.
It was only a 5-yard variety there, so it must. I didn't know if they had the two different, the personal foul, but they only gave him 5 yards on that face mask.
So it was I guess a 4-yard carry, and then the penalty 5 yards more. It's first and, well, a yard now after all that. And Wagner gets the handoff on first and short, and Wolf decks him in the backfield for a loss of a yard. And it's going to be 2nd and 2 coming up.
I tell you that Wolf's been everywhere on defense. He's been flying around and making a lot of tackles. And there again, he was in the backfield along with Isaacson. Again, they're blitzing the linebackers. I mean, they're just bringing it in there, and again, daring Crandon to throw the ball.
2nd and 2 now for Crandon from their own 43-yard line, working left to right here. 9:15 to go in the third. And Colburn back in at quarterback. Handoff off the light. Justin McIntosh gets a nice push out across the 45 to the 46-yard line. And on 2nd and 2, he gets 3, and that will be a Crandon first down. Boy, big momentum shift here after Auburndale got that second half kickoff and then turned the ball over, and they were driving right down the field once again.
They were, in that patented slant play worked again perfectly for Auburndale, but unfortunately fumbled it on the slant after he caught it.
See if their defense can respond. 1st and 10 for the Cardinals from their own 46. Wagner hit at the line and dropped. No gain. Wagner goes nowhere again, and it's 2nd and 10 coming up, and Auburndale really playing Wagner in the run real strong tonight, and for obvious reasons they're going to say he lost a yard on the play.
Again, that was Isaacson on that stop. He was in there and just grabbed his jersey and threw him down on that play. And talking about Wagner.
1,000-yard back, but he's got, what, 32 or 3 tonight?
35 yards on 12 carries.
All right, so 35 yards on 2nd and 10 from their own 46-yard line now. And again, the quarterback, Kean Colburn, missed a series. Here's a toss right side, and they get it to Fenwick. Fenwick, some running room off the right side, and that was until Brent Lau tracked him down at about the 48-yard line, maybe 2 or 3. We're going to spot this at the 49. So we got about 4 yards back on that play.
Was that Fenwick?
Yep, that was Blake Fenwick. And so 3rd and 7, a big third down here for this Auburndale defense as Crandon has the ball at their own 49-yard line, trailing 21-7. 7:30 left in the third quarter. Here's Kean Colburn, the quarterback, to the line. Backs are split behind him, 2 receivers to the left. On 3rd and 7, now movement, and it's going to be
Blake Fenwick.
False start. Fenwick came out of his stance, right?
Yep.
And made a move toward the line.
He tried to go in motion and make like he was going in motion, but as he was motioning, he was still running toward the line, and the referees weren't buying it, and they said illegal motion.
Wow,
illegal
that's
procedure.
A huge penalty on 3rd and 7. That makes it 3rd and 12, the ball back at the 44-yard line.
Of note, too, Colburn is in there, but he is really limping.
Yeah, he is.
He can barely make the handoffs.
He took a shot from Goetz, and you're right. He is a little gimpy. 3rd and 12 now. Colburn under center. Backs are split. 2 receivers left. Toss left side. Fenwick again trying to get the edge. And Fenwick maybe a yard, and that's it. And this Auburndale defense gets a big stop here. And a 4th and 12. They're going to give him no gain on that play. And so the turnover, it doesn't look like it's going to hurt Auburndale here, at least for the time being. They will get the ball back with 6.5 to go in the third quarter and up by 2 touchdowns here in Crandon.
And, you know, with Colburn hurting, that really limits their offense because he's the guy that makes it go. He was running the read option pretty effectively in that first drive or first series, and he can't do that anymore.
All right, so here's the punt now by Crandon. And, boy, that one's going to go roll all the way back inside the Auburndale 10-yard line. That was Brad Shepard, the backup quarterback, on the punt. And he gets a nice bounce all the way back to about the 4 or 5-yard line. Wow.
Yeah, it was a line drive punt, and it looked like the Auburndale returners were going to be able to catch it on the bounce. A wicked bounce to the left away from them, and just cozied right in there by the 5-yard line.
Well, now what you've got to do here is get that field position back. If you're Auburndale, you've got to go on a drive here with 6 minutes left in the third quarter from your own 5-yard line. working right to left, up 21-7. Isaacson and this Auburndale offense back to work, but deep in their own territory from their own 5-yard line. And the ball came out again. They're going to say the runner was down. Was that Weister? No, that was that was not Weister on that one. That was.
Apaches running up the middle, gain 5 on the play.
That might have been. I'm trying to see. Was that Yeski?
So it'll be 2nd and 5 for Apaches.
I don't know if Yeski would have been. Yeah, it might have been Hasenhorl, not 80, but 10. Isaiah.
I think correct. Yeah.
Hasenhorl. And on the play out to the 10-yard line. That was significant on first down. 2nd and 5. Isaacson now with a handoff. Here's Weister. Bounces it out to the left and spun down from behind. Weister can't get free and taken down by Blake Fenwick, who then grabs a hamstring at the end of that play. Might have pulled something. Fenwick shaken up on the play. Weister dragged down behind the line of scrimmage back at, they're going to mark him at the 9, so only lost a yard, I think.
You know, I think Auburndale can definitely go back to the slant pass. It's been so effective, and it's not a real risky pass typically because it's a shorter throw, and they should definitely look at probably putting it in the air, but again, that is a play that's been so effective all night long.
All right, so let's see what they come up with here on 3rd and 6 from the 9. For the Apaches, working right to left from the left hash. Isaacson under center, receivers right and left. Backs are in the eye behind Isaacson. Back to pass, Isaacson lets it go on a screen pass, and he's got his man off the right side, and that is a wide open Isaiah Hasenhorl out across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Hasenhorl makes some moves and moves the chains, and it's going to be a 12-yard gain.
Really like the call. They didn't get real conservative there on 3rd and 6 and just decide to run it up the middle or whatever. They actually went for it, and they needed to get out of the hole because punting from back there would have gave Crandon very good field position.
That was a huge 3rd down conversion there, and now 1st and 10 for the Apaches at their own 21-yard line, 4:20 and counting in the 3rd. Back under center, single setback, receivers to the left. Here's the handoff to, was that Trayton Weister, and he's buried behind the line of scrimmage back inside the 20 to about the 18-yard line. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play, and now Crandon really teeing off on Weister in that running game.
Yeah, again, running it straight up the middle, and that's not the strength. You got to get it to the edge, and again, they're just plowing it, and that's not working.
All right, so 2nd and 13 for the Apaches now, back at their own 18-yard line. Ryan Isaacson, the Auburndale quarterback, back to throw under pressure. Now he's hit and dropped. Hit and sacked back at the 16-yard line, and he's going to lose a couple more, maybe a 2-yard loss. 3rd and about 14 or 15 coming up. With 3:15 to go, and after a big first down on 3rd and long, the Apaches have lost yards on back-to-back plays, and now 3rd and 16.
That's the first time Isaacson's been sacked in the game, though, so that's real impressive for the offensive line, and again, getting rid of the ball fairly quickly too.
Yep, Fowler and Pask and Goetz and Hasenhorl, those guys up front. 3rd and 16 now. And let's see what the call is. Jet sweep right to left, and Weister
on the carry, brought down by number 22.
Not much yardage there. In fact, well, would he get 3? Maybe 2. 2 yards on that jet sweep by Trayton Weister, and 4th and 14. And here comes the punt team for the Auburndale Apaches with 2:20 left in the 3rd quarter. So starting at their own 5-yard line, not gaining any traction on that possession. And now the Apaches have to punt the ball away from deep in their own territory. High but short punt, and it's going to bounce at the Auburndale 35-yard line. That's where it's downed by the Apaches. And boy, oh boy, maybe a what, 18-yard punt is all they get.
Well, they're punting into the wind, and it was a real high punt, and the wind just caught it and just pulled it back. You got to kick a low liner pretty much into the wind, otherwise you're not going to get any distance, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, and not even that. It was a 17-yard punt, and Crandon has the ball at the Auburndale 34-yard line. 1st and 10, working left to right here with 2 minutes left in the third quarter, down 21-7. Ball on the exchange, the snap to 37-yard line. He's going to lose 3 yards.
I tell you, Cole, I think he rushed probably that snap because he's trying to get the ball to the running back because he's got to move to hand it off, and he just can't move very well.
Not at all. He lost yards on that play now. 2nd and 13. Here's the handoff. Wagner left side, big hole. Riley Wagner. And inside the 30 down to the 26-yard line. And let's see, it looks to be, well, no, wait a minute. Yeah, looks to be a gain of about 10 or 11 yards on the play. I guess it's a 10-yard gain. 10 yards for Wagner. Longest run of the night.
It is. He had 2 runs of 9 yards his first 2 carries.
3rd and 3. Wagner again hit at the line and driven backward. Auburndale's defense ready for Wagner on that one. And on 3rd and short, Wagner driven backwards. He's going to lose a couple of yards. It'll be 4th and 5 coming up as time winds down here in this third quarter.
Credit Cale Jacoby with that one. He broke through there and hit Wagner first. He didn't actually make the tackle, but he slowed him down, and then his buddies came and finished him off.
4th and 5 from the Auburndale 27-yard line, and 10 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Here's a big 4th down play right here. Colburn to the line, 2 receivers to the right. Backs are split behind him. Let's see if they try to draw him off sides. There is a penalty marker. Delay of game on Crandon as time was winding down in the third quarter. Tried to draw him off sides, I think, and ended up costing them on a delay of game penalty. And that will take us to the end of the third quarter. Auburndale leading Crandon 21-7. Fourth quarter action from Crandon in just a moment.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats.
1 minute.
Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties. Cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on U.S. Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com.
Sponsor of Auburndale Apaches High School Sports. Good luck this season. Jeff Riddle Trucking hauls granite, rock, bedding sand, and black earth. They haul and spread lime and haul logs. Jeff Riddle Trucking will also do excavating, including basements, ponds, driveways, and then clear land. Also, roll boy service available. Call Jeff Riddle Trucking, 715-305-1200 for all your hauling and excavating needs.
All right, back here at Crandon High School alongside Todd Schultz and Neil Diamond, or Neil Diamond impersonator.
I love it. I love it.
That's the PA announcer. He does karaoke going into the. You get jump around at the Badger game, but how often do you get Neil Diamond karaoke going from the third to the fourth quarters, huh?
That's what happens when you go north, baby.
Oh man, up here in God's country, and you never know what you're gonna get. 4th and 5, pitch right side and dropped by Blake Fenwick on 4th and 5, and Auburndale is going to chase him down all the way back at the Auburndale 43-yard line. They're going to lose 10 yards on 4th and 5 as we start the fourth quarter, and Auburndale comes up with a big stop, and the Apaches take over on downs. Wow. And that's how the fourth, and welcome to the fourth quarter. It's kind of how it's been here the last, what, quarter and a half.
Yeah, ever since, you know, their quarterback, Colburn, hasn't been able to run the ball, it just seems like their offense has just been nil since he went out or is trying to play with an injury.
All right, so now Auburndale with a 1st and 10 at their own 42, working left to right now as we start the fourth quarter. And the Apaches back on offense from their own 42-yard line. And Tracer, a handoff up the middle to the 44, and a gain of 2, and it's 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, this would be a huge signature drive here for Auburndale to put this game away if they could take this in and get a touchdown, or at least make a long drive that run a lot of clock off.
Yeah, that's what they did kind of on their last possession, too. Even though it didn't result in points, they did run some time off as Isaacson drops back to pass, throws right side over the head of his intended receiver, Cale Jacoby, who was open, and Isaacson missed him on the right side. 3rd and 7 coming up, and that stops the clock.
I'm kind of puzzled where the slant pass has gone. Has not been stopped all night. That's a much tougher throw. It's a kind of a fade pattern. The receiver's running down the field, then he's kind of running out to the sideline, and it's got to be an over-the-shoulder throw, perfectly put in there by Isaacson, and he wasn't able to do it, whereas the slant pass is much easier to complete.
3rd and 7 for the Apaches now at their own 44-yard line. Here's Isaacson, backs in the eye behind him, receiver wide to the right on 3rd and 7. Isaacson back to pass. There's the slant play, right side, got his man. 1st down, Cam Ertl into Crandon territory, and on 3rd and 7, the Apaches will move the chains after their play caller Todd Schultz says, "Where's the slant play?" There it is for a 1st down.
Sometimes it's a simple game. You just do what they can't stop and do it until they stop it. That's as simple as it is sometimes, and that play has been money all night long.
10-yard gain on 3rd and 7, a 1st down at the Crandon 46-yard line with 10:40 remaining in regulation. Now a handoff up the middle. Nice run by Isaiah Hasenhorl between the tackles, or off tackle. And inside the 45 to the 42-yard line, a gain of about 4. And so a 2nd and 6 coming up. And boy, yeah, time coming off the clock. That's the biggest thing here. We're going to go under 10 minutes right now on this 2nd and 6. And here's the handoff. Trayton Weister, left side, trying to bounce it out. Left side, couldn't get to the edge. Wagner came up. Riley made a great stop on Weister. He's going to lose maybe a yard. There is a Crandon injury here at the end of that play. And there is an injury timeout as Weister lost a couple of yards on the play. That's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 as Weister lost a yard on the play. So it will be a 3rd and 7 with 9:53 remaining in regulation. There is a Crandon ball player down at the 40-yard line. An injury timeout on the field, and we'll step away with 9:53 remaining in the fourth quarter. Auburndale leading Crandon 21-7.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier, treating our customers as valuable with their finances.
To upgrade or change.
All right, back here at Crandon High School, 9:53 remaining in regulation, and Auburndale leading Crandon 21-7. Injury timeout as they look at an injured Crandon player. We can bring you up to date on a couple of scores here that we have at this point in time. Spencer Columbus leading Oconto 35-9. That is a Division 5 Level 1 game. And last we heard, Stratford was up at halftime 20-13. The injured player was, well, his He's wearing
53.
Yeah, and we don't have a. Do you have a? 53, I don't.
No, there's no 53 on lineup here.
Yeah, we don't have a. Yeah, we don't have a 53 on the roster.
It looked like a lower leg injury,
Yeah.
either a knee or an ankle that they were examining. So his right leg.
Okay.
He's being helped off and is putting no weight on it at this point.
All right, so the injured player taken off the field. That will bring us to a 3rd and 7 for Auburndale from the Crandon 44-yard line with 9:53 in the 4th quarter, and Auburndale hanging on to a 21-7 lead. That was our halftime score here as well. Big 3rd and 7 here. Ryan Isaacson working left to right, has a receiver to the right, 2 to the left. Single set back on 3rd and 7. Straight back in the pocket. Throws, slant play right side. Oh, that's going to be pass interference, and pretty obvious on that play as well, as I think it was Jacob Hoyt just put a shot on Cam Ertl and stood in front of him on the pass play, and that's going to be a pass interference.
That's one way to stop the slant play. You just wipe the receiver out before the ball gets there, and that's exactly what the defender did. He laid a big hit on Colton Yeske. Hit a big hit on him. He got up slowly, but he's back in the huddle.
Yeah, he bounced right up. Now that is a, what, 10-yard? Well, that's a 15-yard penalty on 3rd and 7. You just cost your team a first down. Boy, if you're Hoyt, you got to be thinking, what in the heck did I just do? That is a costly penalty. That gives Auburndale a first down at the Crandon 29-yard line on a 15-yard pass interference penalty. Boy, oh boy. First down for the Apaches now inside the Crandon 30-yard line. Isaacson takes the snap, hands it off to Weister off left side, and Weister bounces it off the left side inside the 30 to the 29. Well, maybe just got back to the line of scrimmage.
Weister on the carry?
Pretty close, I don't know. Yeah, I guess no gain on the play.
Yeah, right now the Crandon defense is getting into the backfield time and time again, and it's making it very difficult with all that penetration for Weister to get out of the backfield. He's making all the moves just to get back to the line of scrimmage right now.
Yeah, you got that. And so a 2nd and 10 coming up, but inside of 9 minutes to go here. Isaacson back to the line. Backs are split behind him. Receiver wide left, 1 to the right. Isaacson fakes the handoff, rolling to his right. He's going to tuck it and run with it. Isaacson with some running room off the right side on the quarterback keeper inside the 25-yard line. Forced out of bounds at about the 21-yard line. A gain of 8 on 2nd and 10. And let's see where they see. Yeah, well, Scott is spotted about the 21-yard line. Should be a gain of 8 on the play. Yep, and it is 3rd and 2 coming up.
Yeah, and you don't see Isaacson run very much. You check the stats, and that's just not something he does. So on a bootleg, they're not expecting that, and he was able to get 8 yards.
Yep, and so a 3rd and 3 here now for the Apaches from the Crandon 21-yard line. Isaacson back under center, going left to right as we watch the action. Weister off the left side. Weister trying to bounce it outside, then cut it upfield inside the 20, down to about the 19, maybe the 18-yard line. Very close to an Auburndale first down, and are they gonna give it to him?
I think so.
I think they gave it to him.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he got it. They're moving the chains finally. Okay, there they go.
Yep. 3-yard gain down to the 18, exactly what he needed. And a first down. Boy, another big first down, and the clock just keeps ticking away. And Auburndale with a 2-touchdown lead here, and just over 8 minutes left in regulation. Handoff up the middle to Isaiah Hasenhorl. Isaiah with a nice run up the middle, maybe 2. Let's see here. Down to about the 17-yard line, I guess a gain of a yard. Maybe a yard and a half, not much more than that. 2nd and 9 coming up.
Looked like he was going to get more than that. There was an initial crease there,
right,
but it closed up real quickly.
It certainly did. 2nd and 9 now. From the 16-yard line, Hasenhorl, the last ball carrier. Let's see who gets it. Boy, Isaacson just taking his time, letting that clock run. Here's Weister straight ahead, and again, not his thing.
Wow.
Got a couple of yards, but he ran into a wall down to the 16-yard line.
I give him credit, but at 150, he's taking on guys that are like 200, 250. He's taking them on head on, and he doesn't win those battles.
Yeah, you're right. 2-yard gain, though. 3rd and 7. Inside of 7 minutes remaining, though, and all you're doing is eating up clock here. And you know that Crandon's down by 2 scores. And they're going to have to go in a hurry. Auburndale just chewing away at this clock. 3rd and 7. Ball at the 16-yard line. Isaacson back to pass. Takes a shot into the end zone. Overthrows his intended target, Cale Jacoby, who drew double coverage on that one to the right corner of the end zone. Incomplete.
Isaacson with a poor read there, threw into double coverage. On the other side, he had single coverage that he could have went at, but decided to throw it to Jacoby on a jump ball against 2 guys and didn't really have a chance.
Brings up 4th and 7. By the way, Spencer Columbus now leading Oconto 35-17. So a touchdown and 2-point conversion for Oconto. Stratford with a 27-13 lead start of the 4th quarter. 4th and 7. Here's another shot to the end zone. And it's Yeski. Did he grab it in the end zone? Yeski left side touchdown on 4th and 7. Isaacson puts it right on the number 80 of Yeski on 4th and 7. And Yeski hauls it in the end zone for another Auburndale touchdown, the 4th touchdown pass of the night for Isaacson, and Auburndale extends their lead to 20.
That was absolutely a beautiful pass by Isaacson. That time he read it. He read the single coverage. He didn't go into double coverage, threw it to the single coverage on the opposite side to Yeski, and laid it in beautifully for the touchdown.
Great job by Isaacson on 4th and 7. PAT is up and good. Make it a 3-touchdown lead for Auburndale with 6:33 left in regulation time. 28-7 our score. Auburndale on the board once again, and Crandon gets the ball back in just a moment. 61 minute.
That special place to call home, we offer a variety of loan products to fit your needs. It's one of the advantages of working with a community bank. You're independent, so are we. Partners Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The signs of sportsmanship are showing up everywhere in helping hands and hard work. Whether you're the star or on the sidelines, live in the north or south, city or country crossroad, sportsmanship is always in season in Wisconsin. Let's see if these 2 schools can become the next winners of the WIAA and Rural Mutual Insurance Sportsmanship Award. This announcement from the WIAA.
Taylor Wolf set to kick off.
All right, the Apaches will kick it off left to right after a 16-yard touchdown pass from Ryan Isaacson to Colton Yeski, giving Auburndale a 28-7 lead with 6.5 remaining in regulation time. Riley Wagner drops the ball at his own 10-yard line, picks it up, now across the 20 and 25. 30. Wagner spun down at the Crandon 31-yard line. A 21-yard return with 6:25 remaining in regulation. But now the Cardinals really have their work cut out for them as Auburndale puts up 28 unanswered points in this ball game.
Yeah, the second half's been a little tougher sledding for both teams, really, on the offensive side of the ball. But Auburndale with pretty much a nail in the coffin there with that touchdown. Up 3 scores with only 6 minutes to go. This one away.
Long road trip for Auburndale, but they're going to make it pay off here in level 1 of this Division 6 playoff contest here at Crandon tonight. On first down, there's a penalty marker at the start of the play, and that's going to go against Crandon. A false start on the Cardinals. We'll make it 1st and 15 now, and that will back it up to their own 26-yard line. Scoring update here, by the way. Stanley Boyd has defeated Wittenberg-Burnhamwood 42-0.
That's why they're #1 seed.
Yep, that's right. And Stratford leading 35-13. So you know what that means. Here's a pass. Is that intercepted? Boy, I thought at first looked like it was intercepted. Was it?
I think it is.
It was intercepted.
Picked off.
Intercepted.
1st and 10 for the Apaches.
I didn't see who grabbed it.
Don't make it enough, and you can go down the concession.
Kean Colburn on 1st and 15 throws an interception. And just like that, Auburndale has it. I didn't see who got the ball. Who picked it off?
I could not see. It was on the other side of the field, and there was a mass of humanity in front of us.
Right.
And I couldn't see
a lot of
who
players.
It was. Yeah. I was hoping the PA announcer might help us out, but
well, yeah, I was too. But he didn't get a number either. And Auburndale has it though at the Crandon 32-yard line, and so this Auburndale offense right back to work here from their own 32-yard line. And Trayton Weister with a nice run up the middle dives inside the 25-yard line down to about the 23-yard line.
Gain of 8 on the play. He's going to bring up a 2nd and 2.
And a gain of about 8, I guess. And 2nd and 2. Under 6 to play now in the ball game, and the Apaches can now just run some time off the clock yet again after the interception, and a little closer to a level 1 playoff win here tonight.
Yeah, and Trayton Weister goes over 100 yards, 106 yards on 24 carries.
All right, so 2nd and 2, Isaacson, handoff, and this time it's Hasenhorl inside the 20 to the 19-yard line, a 4-yard carry and a 1st down. So, as I was saying before the interception, Stratford wins, Stanley Boyd wins. Rematch of Week 1 in Level 2 coming up next week after Stanley Boyd beat the Tigers in a Week 1 rematch of last year. They've met in Week 1 last 2 seasons, and now after Stratford came up on the short end of that Week 1 loss, they'll get their rematch with Stanley Boyd as Auburndale has to call a timeout with 4:59 left in regulation time and leading 28-7. So timeout on the field. Auburndale takes the timeout. Stay with us. More from Crandon after this.
You may not know much about Bear Creek Canvas and Spencer, but there's a pretty good chance you've seen their work. Bear Creek Canvas specializes in custom canvas.
30.
Any make, model, or year. Their canvas campers can be seen at parks throughout the U.S. from Yosemite to Yellowstone and closer to home in one of Wisconsin's beautiful campgrounds. Their customers agree that Bear Creek is replacement top.
No, I meant
better than if your pop-up camper has seen better days, give them a call and go to BearCreekCanvas.com. Good luck. Pay off.
Well, first it was Neil Diamond karaoke. Now here's Jump Around.
You got it. And I give the Crandon kids credit. They're still jumping around even though their team is down. They're still getting into it.
4:59 remaining in regulation time. 28-7. The Auburndale Apaches up by 21 in this Division 6 Level 1 playoff matchup here tonight. The 6th seed coming into Crandon taking on the 3 seed. And really putting it to them tonight.
Can we get a marathon score by chance? I don't know if Adam or someone can look that up. I'm just curious if Marathon's winning because that's who Auburndale would play next if they win.
Could have a Merriwood rematch in Level 2. If the Red Raiders can get a win, we'll find out. Isaacson on 1st and 10 now from his own 20-yard line.
Weister on the carry.
And Trayton Weister.
By number 3, Dawson Van Zyl.
Lost a yard.
Loss of 2 on the play. He's going to set up a 2nd and 12.
I guess they're going to say a loss of 2, 2nd and 12 coming up, but now all they're doing is running the clock here and trying to get out of here injury-free and on their way to level 2 in a possible rematch with Marathon next week. Isaacson under center on 2nd and 12, and he'll give it to Weister, and Weister again will get buried back at about the 23 or 4 yard line. He'll lose a couple more.
3 on the play. He's going to bring up a 3rd.
So 3rd and about 14 or so. But that clock keeps running now inside of 4 minutes left. And boy, Crandon came out and they ran the ball right down the field. The opening drive of the ball game, they grabbed a 7-0 lead. Auburndale came right back and scored a few minutes later, but missed the PAT. So at one point it was Crandon 7, Auburndale 6, but the Apaches have not looked back since. 28 unanswered here tonight. Now Isaacson back to pass. Right side, caught, but out of bounds by Cale Jacoby, and that will bring up 4th down. Did they give it to him?
He caught it, yep.
Oh, they did give it to him.
He got it.
At first, the first indication was incomplete by the side judge here, and they gave it to him at the 15-yard line. And so a gain of, what, 10?
About 8, I'd say, huh? Or about 8?
Yeah, well, 9.
Okay.
All right, so a 9-yard pass play, 4th and 5, ball at the 15-yard line. The initial indication was incomplete, but they gave it to him. Big 4th down play here. 3.5 left in regulation time. Here's a penalty marker as Isaacson takes a shot to the end zone. Yeski held up yet again, and another pass interference coming here on Justin McIntosh as he just grabbed Yeski, who was about to run right by him for another touchdown.
Yeah, the defender had no choice but to grab on because he was beat and he knew it, and he just held him, and it was an obvious call by the official.
That's a 15-yard penalty, or
Apache 1st and goal.
must be half the distance here. They're at the 15, so you can't walk off 15. Half the distance to the goal, I guess, to the 8-yard line. 1st and goal for the Apaches. With 3.5 left in regulation time, Isaacson back under center. Pitch right side to Weister, fakes the reverse. Weister inside the 5, gets hammered as he nears the goal line. Weister at about the 2-yard line, a gain of about 6. He almost got to the end zone on that one. He faked the reverse to Cam Ertl,
Gets to about the 1-yard line.
and they're going to put him at the 1, I guess, a 7-yard gain for Weister. 2nd and goal now from the Crandon 1-yard line, inside of 3 minutes left in regulation time. Here comes Isaacson and the Apaches to the line on 2nd and goal from the Crandon 1. Put a real exclamation mark on the game here if you can punch it in. And they do, off the right side.
Down Apaches.
The fullback, Isaiah Hasenhorl.
From a yard out.
Right?
Yep.
For an Apache touchdown.
It was.
Isaiah puts it into the end zone for 6 more with 2:41 to go in the ball game. And the Apaches are on the board for the 5th time here tonight. And here comes the PAT now. Ball is down, kick is up, and it is through.
And the kick is good.
With 2:41 left in regulation, Auburndale adds 7 more. They now lead Crandon 35-7. The Cardinals get the ball back when we return to Crandon in just a moment.
At Forward Financial Bank, that's what it's all about. Hi, this is Bill Fenholt, President.
30.
Just sent you the marathon score, by the way.
Stop Stop into any of our locations at Auburndale, Marshfield, Withee, Greenwood, Roselleville, Stevens Point, and Wisconsin Rapids, and talk to our friendly personal bankers who are here to help you. Member FDIC.
Isaiah Hasenhorl and the Apaches have taken a 35-7 lead over Crandon with 2:41 left here in regulation time. By the way, Auburndale will get Marathon next week in a level 2 playoff game. Marathon defeated Northern Elite tonight, 57.
It's about what we expected.
Yep.
That Marathon would take care of them, and the seed would hold true to get to the next level against now the 6th-seeded Auburndale Apaches.
Who kick it off left to right now as Crandon gets it at their own 21-yard line. Riley Wegner out across the 30, Wegner to the 35, and stopped at about the 37-yard line. By the way, other scores tonight, Stanley Boyd, as we said, defeated Wittenberg-Burnhamwood 42-0. That sets up a rematch with the Stratford Tigers in level 2 next week. Edgar defeats Athens tonight 35-0. Amherst defeats the Colby Hornets 53-6. And Marathon over Northern Elite 50-7. So a Merriwood Conference rematch in level 2 between Auburndale and Marathon. As Crandon takes over now at their own 36-yard line. And here's the handoff to Riley Wegner out across the 40. Wrestled down at the 45 or 46-yard line. I guess a gain of 10 and a first down.
He's 2nd and 1.
And again, matching his longest run of the night.
First down, Crandon.
And Auburndale has really held Riley Wegner, the 1,000-yard back, in check here tonight.
15 carries for 54 yards. And that was, again, one of his longest runs of the night, that 10-yard run he just had.
First down and 10 for the Cardinals at their own 46-yard line, working right to left now here at the end of the ball game. And a throw off to the right side, and it's, oh my goodness, thrown by, okay, I gotta catch you up. It was thrown into the ground to Dawson Van Zyl. It was a live football. He picked it up, chucks it deep downfield, and it's intercepted by Cooper Weinfurter, who then gets slammed almost head first into the turf by the intended receiver,
Ty Flannery.
And Flannery just picks up Cooper and slams him again almost head first into the field and picks up a penalty. And that's 3 really silly penalties on Crandon here tonight.
You know, and that was definitely a frustration foul by Flannery. He was open.
Wow.
He was wide open, actually, and running free in the secondary, but the pass was way underthrown and allowed Cooper Weinfurter to recover and grab it before it could get to Flannery.
And yeah, Flannery just picked Cooper and picked him up and turned him upside down and slammed him into the turf and picked up the personal foul penalty. My goodness. That is a dangerous play right there by Flannery. You could put a kid on the sidelines for a long time doing something silly like that. I know you're frustrated, but good grief. So now the Apaches will have the ball at their own 35-yard line with 1:35 left. Isaacson will hand it off here now to getting some reserves in the game. Dylan Pawn to the carry out to the 46-yard line. 11 yards for Dylan Pawn.
Picks up a first down, Apaches.
And now just running the clock.
Yeah, and wisely, Crandon's not using any timeouts. Just let this thing get over with when you're down 35-7.
Right, Auburndale has it now, and yeah, Crandon not timeouts. They will go to victory formation as Isaacson now under center will take the knee back at the 44-yard line. A loss of 2 on the play and a kneel down on that one. He'll have to do that at least one more time here to end this ball game. They come into Crandon as the 6th seed, but boy, I tell you what, battle tested. When you play in the Marywood, you play in the best, arguably the best division in football in the entire state, right?
Yeah, definitely. When you got the 3 top teams there all the time, and they're always good. Now you throw Marathon in the mix with Edgar and Stratford. I mean, Edgar's likely to have a very, very, very good chance to win Division 7 again, and we'll just have to see how far Stratford can go. And obviously, Marathon plays Auburndale next week, which will be a tough test for Auburndale to see if they can pull an upset over Marathon.
There's another knee taken by Isaacson, and one more coming as the clock winds down inside of 20 seconds. And there's the knee. The victory formation is complete, and the Auburndale Apaches come into Crandon and defeat the Crandon Cardinals here tonight, 35-7, our final score. So Auburndale advances, and they will play Marathon in a Division 6 Level 2 game next week, as Marathon got the win tonight, defeating Northern Elite 50-7. So a Marywood matchup in Level 2 next week, Auburndale and Marathon in that one. Some other finals here. Stratford, by the way, did defeat Bonduelle 42-19. I'm not sure that's a final yet. A.J. Shanefoos with a long touchdown run in that one after Bonduelle scored, so the Tigers putting that one away. And Amherst defeats Colby tonight 53-6. Edgar defeating Athens 35-0. Stanley Boyd defeats Wittenberg Burnhamwood 42-0. So we've got some big rematches coming in Level 2 of the playoffs, including Stratford and Stanley Boyd, which we kind of suspected. And also another big rematch coming from a year ago, Amherst and Spencer Columbus. They're going to meet again in Level 2 next week in Division 5. And also Marathon and Auburndale, a rematch there. We could even get a Loyal Abbotsford rematch. I didn't get those scores, but we could see that rematch after the big Cloverwood Conference Championship game from a week ago. If those two teams get Level 1 wins tonight, Loyal and Abbey will be squaring off for the second time in 3 weeks in Level 2 of the Division 7 playoffs next Friday. So we'll have to wait and see about that. Auburndale comes up to Crandon. The road trip pays off. They get a big win over the Crandon Cardinals here tonight in a Division 6 Level 1 playoff game. And the Auburndale Apaches 35 unanswered points tonight as they beat Crandon 35-7. Stick around for our recap on our post-game report from Crandon after these messages.
Housing lender. Stop into any of our locations at Auburndale, Marshfield, Withee, Greenwood, Roselleville, Stevens Point, and Wisconsin Rapids, and talk to our friendly personal bankers who are here to help you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.